What's up, y'all? It's 12:40 a.m. I believe I'm sick again. I've just received notice that I've been rejected by my final club. My search for a research position has not been going good. Everything feels like shiz, man. I know just push through it. I know just work harder, but it feels like a slap in the face. If I'm getting resume checked, I feel like the past 2 years that I've been learning by myself, all those hours just feels like it was all for nothing, even though I know it wasn't, but it just feels like it. When I failed the interview, it feels like my character is being regarded as bad and that I have a bad personality, even though I know that to a degree that's not really how it works. So it just feels a bit bad, I'll be perfectly honest. I know I said I wasn't gonna do another venting video, but I just need to do it. I feel like shiz right now, and I'm trying to hit the bed, trying to hit the sack actually, but I just can't fall asleep. It just feels bad because supposedly they accepted 20, but there's only 30 interviews. So, like, if it was a low number, like a low percentage, then whatever, right? That's how it is. But when it's freaking 70% acceptance rate, that's kicking a man while he's down, you know what I mean? It just feels really bad. Low-key feels like I'm a failure, but some things I really need to do. I want to take this failure, this negative feeling, this kind of frustration. I want to take that and fuel something. First and foremost, I have a linear algebra midterm on Monday. Originally I wasn't too scared about it. I'm doing perfectly fine on the quizzes. Did really well on the practice that he gave, and I felt very confident in it. But I realized that if I failed this one, I think I genuinely will lose it, because not just my career, but my academics are failing as well. So that's like my final line that is building my confidence. So if I fail on that too, I think, yeah, I genuinely will feel quite bad, to put it lightly. There's just so much to do, and I don't get it, because every fudging freshman that I know, I'm so far ahead of, I want to say 90% easily of freshmen. 90% that Dude, so many people don't even freaking know what Excel is, bro. Or never even heard of Python. Like, what the fudge are you doing? But then, because I'm rejected from all of this, I effectively am at the same level as them, if that makes sense. I'm so ahead, yet there's nothing that can really prove that, or nothing that could compound that. So it really just feels like a missed opportunity, and it feels quite unfortunate, quite frustrating. So I've been rejected from, just to clarify, I've been rejected from every single club that requires an application process that's relevant to my career. So the only club I'm in is the one that's like open to all, but it doesn't really do much for me because I'm at such a high level. It doesn't really add anything. I've learned most of the stuff myself. So I'm at the point where I'm low-key like in one of the worst spots to be, because I'm not too beginner where I'd actually be of use or I'd actually benefit a lot from this. Like all these different resources targeted towards these beginners that literally know jack. But I'm not good enough to get into these higher level clubs, I guess, that do actual work and that could actually apply what I know. So yeah, I'm in a difficult spot, and I just feel like everybody's catching up to me, and I'm not able to really do anything. I think I really want to make a goal or a bit of a roadmap that I want to start doing, so that I know what to go for and how to improve and learn more and become someone better and more competent. I think it doesn't matter if you guys don't know this, but this is just for me, but I need to learn PyTorch. I need to learn Power BI. I need to learn neural networks. I need to learn. There's an entire textbook that I need to go through for computer vision, and then I can actually begin doing projects that I can start adding to my resume. So, and most probably that will take 2 to 3 months of 5+ hours a day. So yeah. It just feels so difficult having to juggle academics. Because I'm don't get me wrong, these classes are so easy, right? I'm not struggling at all, but there's still a level of pressure that I already talked about earlier, where that kind of forces me to put in a lot more effort than I think I actually do need, just because there's very little room for error, especially when there's only 3 tests and they're worth 100% in a grade. So I feel like I really do need to perform well. So I need to freaking juggle academics. I need to juggle my social life, which requires hanging out with people, doing all that fun stuff, which I don't mind, but you know what I mean? And then I actually need to do self-learning alongside all of that. So it's a struggle. And I literally feel quite overwhelmed. At the same time, I feel like a cock is entering my mouth and violating my throat, while 2 other cocks are entering my nose, and I'm giving 2 other people hand jobs at the same time. That's how I feel. Like, everybody needs attention, but there's only one me. You know what I mean? So it's quite... it feels like shiz. And don't get me freaking started on... Because it just feels like I'm putting in all this effort, and it just feels like I'm not actually achieving anything with it. So then I start to doubt myself and feel, why did I even do all that in the first place? You know what I mean? Because I'm effectively at the same position, same level as someone who did nothing, if that makes sense. Like, I'm putting in all this effort, for example, emailing all these professors for research positions, stuff like that. And I want to say maybe 5% respond back with just I'm unfortunately unable to accommodate you. Stuff like that. And the rest of 95% never respond back. So it's just like, okay, I wasted 20 minutes of my life for all of this. Just for the slight chance that you kind of bless me with your blessed day. You know what I mean? It's like, why even do it? You know what I mean? Like, why did I even go through all that? And put in that effort just for nothing. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I don't know what to do. Okay. I'll make a roadmap right now. Okay, yeah, before that, I just want to vent about my freaking... The only club that I got into, and by got into, I mean they're open to anybody. It is freaking the most... It's 2 hours on Tuesday, 6 to 8 p.m. And it's freaking just self-learning with a Google Colab, which is like a worksheet assignment, basically, where you learn by doing and reading the documentation, while there's like 3 other MFs that are 2 years older than me that quote-unquote teach you and answer your questions. So why the fudge am I going and wasting 2 hours of my life when I can learn all of that in maybe an hour max? And don't get me fudging started on the people there. No, it's not connections. There are freaking bots. And I don't want any of you guys saying, oh, that's why. It's that freaking personality of yours. Because it's not. I am still 100% confident in my personality. Call me egotistical, I don't care. I've built this up for 18 years. I think I can be confident in who I am. So in this point of my life, I hope this is the lowest. I hope this is the lowest and things will start going better. I hope. I don't really even care about these clubs, man. It's just that it's so difficult for me to get actual experience that I can put on my resume that I just end up having to rely on clubs as like the next step of the stair, if you may. So it's not like, oh, it's a necessity, the game's over, but the game just got much harder, basically. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Minecraft speedruns, but imagine you spawn in the Mesa biome, right? That's an instant reset, right? Because there's nothing there to play with. I'm in that Mesa biome, but I can't reset and get a new seed. Does that make sense? So I'm looking for like an ocean where I can find a shipwreck or a underground ravine. You know what I mean? Or a buried treasure, something like that. I could maybe go into the mine shaft, work my way in the mines, right? So I need to find that mine shaft, but I frankly don't know what that is, right? It just feels like everything I do doesn't really do much. But I think if I'm able to do computer vision, get some projects there, it just sounds really impressive on your resume. Like the stuff that you can do. Like, oh, image perception of, I don't know, sign language that translates into words. Stuff like that. It's quite practical and realistic. As in, like, you're literally forced to do things in real life. So that already makes it like more impressive because like you're doing it in person type shiz. But also it feels very techy and advanced, almost like sci-fi. So it's very poppy and like buzzy on your resume. So hopefully I can rely on that. Also, I need to get a fudging job, dude. But at the same time, if I do that, I will have less time to focus on like self-learning, all that. I guess I'm just getting pulled like everywhere. I'm getting spread so thin, and I don't really know what to prioritize because I just don't know. Everything is important. So I don't know what is the most important. What is the most bang for my buck? Like, should I prioritize my friends more? Build more connections? Should I focus more on my skills and self-learning? Doing a little bit about that. Or should I know I should focus on academics. It's more so to what level should I emphasize that? For how long should I study? For how much of my day should I spend on that rather than all the other stuff? So it feels quite, I feel quite lost. Despite knowing the general direction I need to go, I'm unsure as to the exact path and the minute details. So it just feels quite bad. It just feels like I'm doing nothing, basically. I'm achieving nothing, and it feels quite quite bummy, quite... I don't know. You guys get me, right?